Hi, my name is Benedict. So welcome to the sports segment here on the AM show. Well, the Zylofon Cash Premier League, last one of games in the first one ended yesterday. We'll show you highlights and also do the analysis, look at what's been happening with the clubs, especially the top 4 clubs as well as the bottom 3 clubs. And then we'll go through the Roland Garros, Serena Williams, Sharapova, big one happening today. Also, build up to the World Cup is how many days? 10 days to the big kickoff. Teams have been preparing. Yesterday, Neymar played his first game for club and country since February, as well as Manuel Neuer. He was imposed for Germany in their game against Austria, which they lost by 2-1. We'll do that and we'll build up to what's going to happen with the Black Stars, their game against Iceland. Well, the first one was against Japan. Japan also have made it to the World Cup, and then Iceland will be at the World Cup, will play their maiden World Cup this year. So Abigail Sanasusu Saki will join me later here on the program as we look at the Ghana Premier League as well as the nations, how they are building up towards the World Cup, which will kick off in exactly 10 days from now. But we'll start here on the local scene in the Ghana Premier League, the Zylofon Cash Premier League. First one came to an end over the weekend. One match was played on Saturday. That was Dreams FC, and then it was that happened at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Well, the other games were played yesterday. Kumasi Asante Kotoko took on the Aduana Stars, defending champions at the Baba Yara Stadium. Well, Yakuba Sony, Burkinabe International, scored 2 goals as Asante Kotoko defeated Aduana by 2-1.
Kumasi Asante Kotoko against Aduana Stars, match day 15, Zylofon Cash Premier League. Final game of the first round between the Porcupine Warriors and the defending league champions Aduana Stars, who won on Thursday against Bechem United. Kotoko drew, and Sonny Yakuba put Kotoko ahead as early as the 7th minute with his brilliant free kick. And Emmanuel Boateng got this free kick deflecting for a corner. Back from recess, Asante Kotoko will stop at nothing to get a second goal. But the Aduana Stars were resolute in their defending, but eventually they had to concede a second one. So Prince Aqua to Frederick Boateng, back to Aqua. Aqua decides to take on Mate and Caleb Amankwa, sends a cross, and Sonny Yakuba is quick to react with a tap in from close range, beating goalkeeper Joseph Ado. Good run from Prince Aqua, brilliant solo move, perfect connection. Anochibedu was beaten to the ball by Sonny Yakuba and Felix Annan on cloud 9 after that goal. This cross was missed by Bright Ejay. Sumana Bubakar did well to get a cross in, but Ejay shed late for that one. Anane, this one must have been rehearsed from the training grounds. Emmanuel Boateng sends a cross in, headed by Bright Ejay, and Wahab Adams connect.
All right, so Asante Kotoko won that game by 2-1. As I noted earlier, Burkinabe International Sonny Yakuba scored a brace as Sam Adams also got a consolation for Aduana Stars. So what it means is that he scored 4 goals in 5 games. Very, very impressive for the young man. Well, we have to look at the other matches that were played. And as I noted, on Saturday, one game was played. That was the Dreams FC and the Buson Dwarfs game. The results will be on the screen pretty shortly. So there you go. Dreams FC drawing 1-1 with the Buson Dwarfs in Kumasi. And then Asante Kotoko also beating Aduana Stars by 2-2. And then Bechem United, they came from a goal down to beat Wafa by 2-1. Bukum Chelsea, Ashanti Gold, and then 1-0 in favor of Bukum Chelsea. It was Steven Amankoma who scored that goal for Chelsea. And then Omina Sharks drew 1-1 with Liberty Professionals. Tamimu Muntari scored the goal for Liberty, and then Yakubu Mohammed, former Asante Kotoko striker, scored the equalizer for Elmina Sharks. So he has also scored 3 goals in 2 games since joining Elmina Sharks from Asante Kotoko. Accra Folk drew 1-1 with Midiama SC. Hearts nearly nicked all 3 points. It took Tahiru to equalize for Midiama SC in the 89th minute, and Karela continued their impressive home form as they defeated Interlice by 2-1. And while All Stars picked their second win of the season at home in their game against 11 Wonders. So that's what happened in the Premier League last round of matches in the first round of the Zylofon Cash Premier League. All right, so we'll look at the table briefly and see the standings before we do the analysis on the first round of the league. So the table will be on your screen. Well, so Midiama SC will finish the first round as winners, 27 points, 14 games. They have an outstanding game. Kerala United, they've played 15 matches, so they will move up. Asante Gold, so 25 points, and they are in second. Ashanti Gold are third with 24 points, and you have Dreams FC at fourth with 24 points. Asante Kotoko Intala is also with 24 points, sixth position, and then Omina Sharks, they are seventh with 20 points. Wafa are eighth with 20 points, and then Bekum Chelsea ninth, 19 points. Bichim United at 10th with 19 points. To show you the last half of the table, that's the 6 other teams, the 3 in the relegation zone, as well as those that are lurking around the relegation zone. That's the last bit of the table, and will be on your screen pretty shortly. So you have the likes of Wa Stars, Aduana Stars. There you go. So Liberty Professionals, they find themselves 11th with 17 points, and then Accra Hearts of Oak, after the first round, they've amassed just 17 points. That's not impressive from the Phobians. And 11 Wonders 13th with 17 points. Aduana Stars 14 points. Ebuson Dolls are 15th with 14 points, and then Wa Stars, having picked just 2 wins in the league, they have 10 points. Lagunship, bottom of the Premier League table. Okay, so we'll start on the Accra Heart of Folk note, and that's where I bring in Abigail and then Selwyn. Now, so Abigail, Accra Heart of Folk, not impressive, especially with the points amassed in the first round of the league. Probably, would you say, playing at the Cape Coast Stadium, which is home away from home, has been the bane of the club in the first round?
Benedict, undoubtedly, we are a club that we all know that you're based in Accra, and then all of a sudden, it's prior to a season, due to innovations at your home ground, you pick another one at the Cape Coast Stadium. It looks like even when they are playing at home, they are traveling. You are playing an away game, you are traveling. So it's been 15 rounds of traveling for them, and it has really cost them. Not just that. Unfortunately for Hearts of Folk also, this has been a season that they've not gone 2 or 3 games. So some key players getting injured each and every time. At a point in time, Kobna had to sit out for some 4 games. Patrick Razak is in and out of the club. Malika Kowa is in and out. You are letting go of players after some 5 games. Players you have signed into the club who have played barely 3 games. And so for them, they didn't have a rosy start, a manager that helped you from last season up to FA Cup finals. He's just gone away, and you are now looking for a manager. It's not been a rosy run for Accra Hearts of Oak, but one would say that they could have just put that behind them because they have some quality in there. I think that when you watch them play, they are able to play together. They are playing some fine football, especially in midfield, and they're able to get all the passes. But that one person who put the ball at the back of the net is what is really lacking for Accra Hearts of Oak. They brought in Joseph Eso. He started with some fire the first 3 games, got some goals for them, got player of the month, goal of the month, and all that. But all of a sudden, he also just fizzled out, and there they are again. They have to always rely on Patrick Razak. And so if he is not available, and then there are problems. There are problems with their contract. They have players that have as little as 3 months, 6 months just to live, and so they are not stable to play and play wholeheartedly for the club. So for us to work is a whole lot of things that is happening to them.
So let's briefly look at Wa Stars. I mean, they've endured a torrid first round, winning just 2 games and languishing bottom of the table. It's been a first round to forget. And then you can also briefly look at Mediama SC finishing top of the table after first half of the season. It's been amazing for Mediama, but same cannot be said about Wa Stars.
But no one thought, Mediama SC will be at the top of the table, given that from the way Ashgold started, they were just going, winning game after game, and all of a sudden, we had a break, they came back, and they've not been able to find their feet again. For Mediama SC, this is one of those seasons that when they are in for something, they keep coming unnoticed. And so when they are just doing what they are doing, I saw something with their play yesterday against Accra Hearts of Oak. There's something that seems to be working between Captain Joseph Zuta, Kokwa, and then Kosidonsu. They are clearly showing that they are the big guns of the club. And so when they decide to play, work for them. But for our stars, they can blame themselves. If you let go of all your key players, 9 of them to Kerala FC, and you let go of your captain also, then you know that you are in for a big trouble. You need to build a new team, and that is what they are struggling with.
All right, so definitely we'll do more analysis on the Zylofon Cash Premier League, the first one, which came to an end over the weekend. But Selwyn, briefly, I mean, what's your general impression about the first one of the Premier League? I know you've also been reading about it and been seeing some games.
Well, I mean, First of all, if you want to start the league, well, we had a lot of problems before the league started, and then we were talking about how the players were going to be ready, whether they're going to be fit enough to play. Management were talking about logistics and all that, but so far so good in terms of venues whereby people are not allowed to play in their home games, they have to travel and all that. We're all considering all these problems, but it looks like the clubs have been able to manage them, the directors have been able to manage the clubs and the players very well for them to be at least be considerate of what they had, even though it's not enough for them to be able to prepare themselves for their games. But then it's been so far quite comfortable for them to play. The players have shown exuberant, good football. With some of the teams, what they've lacked for their problems has been mental strength. The likes of Aduana Stars, we've seen them excel in other seasons. Aduana Stars excel in other seasons, but then at the moment they are languishing in the relegation season. So it shows that there's competition. Other teams are improving. Karela have shown a lot of promise in their first season in the Premier League. Wafa is also showing their potential, but sometimes they lose other games. Interlights also.
They've been inconsistent.
Exactly, and that's what has been happening because of the lack of mental strength with the young boys that they've had. But then the likes of Interlights, Kenisha has brought in a lot of strength in the youngsters in that side over there. Across the folk, all we know on and off. And Kotoko didn't start very well, but they're improving, and gradually they are moving up there. And Mediama also at the top. So gradually there are teams that are improving. Some too are lacking the mental strength to contain it. So at the end of the season, we've seen what's going on at the moment, and the next round we'll be hoping for a better season.
All right, okay, so we'll see how it will go in the next round of the Zylofon Cash Premier League. So we quickly have to move on and look what teams are doing in terms of preparations towards the World Cup. The World Cup is just 10 days away to the kickoff, and yesterday Brazil played an international friendly with Croatia. Neymar played his first game for the side since February 25, and he scored as they won by 2-0.